So now that I have my calendar all blocked out, I wanted to kind of go through and explain what these different days are in my calendar. So the first one we start off with is a school visit slash PD day. And that's exactly what this day is for. Whether I'm going out in the field or visiting schools or providing a professional development, these are days I'm planning to be out in the field. I then have flex days, and I usually put 1 to 2 of these flex days per month in my calendar. And simply what they allow me for is some additional flexibility. So when meetings arise or last minute things come up, I have 2 days in my calendar that I know I can shift things into that day, and I don't have to worry about now rescheduling this day. So I can shift something here or book something that day, and I'll just delete the flex day. But it gives me a little added flexibility. I then have work days. I schedule one work day a week. These are days that are dedicated to being in the office and really getting done all those office tasks, whether it's responding to emails, answering phone calls, doing my own professional development, or preparing for my own work. Those are days that are strictly focused for me to get that work done. Now, every month I have both a first of the month day and a middle of the month day. The first of the month day, these are things where I take care of, I have to do my mileage for the previous month. I also look at all my meetings, my upcoming meetings, any professional developments I have, and I say, have I scheduled enough time? Do I need to add in time? Do I need to move anything? It allows me to kind of get a nice picture for my month. It's also where I'm going to schedule any social media blasts, anything that I know is going to go out within the next month. My middle of the month days are really kind of similar. They again allow me to take a look at what's going on, what do I need to prepare for, what's coming up on my calendar. And these are days that always correspond usually with work days. And this is just a reminder that, like, hey, it's the middle of the month. Make sure you take a look at like what you have coming up and what's the beginning of next month. Now, speaking of that, one of the things that I saw when I looked at my October date is I know that I have a professional conference in October, and I'm going to need time to plan for that. And so I have built in 2 days already to prepare for that presentation. And that's really important. Anytime I book a date for, let's say, a professional development, or I schedule a meeting, if there's going to require work to be done, if I need to prepare something, I'm going to book that date at the same time. And that gives me a lot of peace of mind knowing that not only do I have the presentation scheduled, but I also already have scheduled the work time to put in the work for that presentation. So that's really, really helpful for me. Now, coming along that day, one of those things I have is my ISTE proposal. So ISTE is open for proposals during the month of September. So I wanted to make sure that I have a day where that's what I'm dedicated to working on. I'm working on my ISTE proposal. Now, I could, depending on the amount of work, move that into a work day as well, but I know that my ISTE proposals generally take me a good bit of time, so I have left a full day there for it. I have a Tech Coaches meeting coming up. Now, I don't actually know when this meeting is, but I know that it will occur at some point in this month, and so simply by putting it in my calendar, this now acts as a placeholder. And so if that meeting turns out to be on the 17th, it makes it really easy to shift things over, knowing that I know I've already blocked out time for that to be there. Now, the thing that I actually moved was my research day, and this is a day that I use to keep up on all my professional correspondence, whether I'm going through different magazines, different emails that I get. A lot of times it's reading those, it's visiting the links, visiting the websites, trying stuff out, just exploring what in technology is new or has changed in the last 30 days. And I found that having a day once a month really does help me schedule that time, because I need to stay current with what's going on in the education technology world. Now, one of my other responsibilities as a tech coach is to produce YouTube videos for our YouTube channel. For anyone out there who's done that, you realize that it takes a good amount of time between writing a video, researching a video, preparing your script, recording, and of course then editing, uploading, promoting. It takes a good amount of time, and so I have blocked off an entire day to work on my videos. Now, sometimes I need more time, but again, this allows me to act as a placeholder. So if somebody wants me to come in and do a school visit on the 23rd, not a problem. I can shift over a school visit day and I can move my video day to another day. But I know that both of those items are going to get accomplished, and that's a really important thing for me. So we have our visit days, flex days, work days, research days, video days. Those are the primarily the days that I block out when I'm looking at the month. And then what I do is, especially when I come to these first of the month, middle of the month dates, that's when I'll look at actually blocking out time within individual days to say, okay, well, am I working on this presentation for the full 2 days, or am I going to do, presentation in the morning and something else in the afternoon? And so once I kind of get to a little closer, that's when I'll start blocking out specific hours for projects or activities.